What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 24th of May today. Here we are with 22 hours, 18 minutes left in the day, sitting at about $107.7 thousand, $107.6. Yesterday we closed down 4% on the day, all the way down at 107.3K with a low of 106.8K. Very nice all-time high move that we made, and now we're pulling back a little bit. It's a bit of an intense day, but it's not that big of a deal, right? Less than 4% for Bitcoin, that's not a big deal. These days, I guess it kind of is, but bearish engulfing candle, definitely intimidating, but we're gonna mull this over real quick. I want to ask Grok about this weekend, because this weekend is no ordinary weekend, right? It is Saturday. It's the beginning of the weekend officially. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's a 3-day weekend. We have Memorial Day. I want to ask Grok, can you give me a list of the last, let's say 10 Memorial Day weekends, please? I just want that. Yeah, let's just do that. And we're going to go through and look at the last 10 Memorial Days. Okay, so starting in 2015, May 25th, right? May 25th, essentially it's around the same time every single time, so we'll figure this out. Just watch. Let's see what happens with Memorial Day, because if I remember correctly, and we're going to discover this together, but if I remember correctly, Memorial Day tends to be a boring time for Bitcoin. It tends to be a boring time for Bitcoin. It's big for businesses. It's big for small towns and stuff like that, places where people go camping, places where people like to vacation and stuff. People like to go and do their things. But for crypto, if I remember correctly, it's actually rather boring. Let's see, May 2015. And we're going to do this. We're going to do this in a way where we don't have to skip around so much like this. Let's see, May May of 2015. We're going to use our cyclic lines here. And it was what? May 25th? May 25th, 2015. So May 25th, right here, all the way back June, May 25th, right there. And we're going to go to the next May of 2016. Now, it's not going to be exact, but we're going to get around there. That way I don't have to play this guessing game of where to look. We're just going to go from May 25th to May 25th. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so May 25th here, this was Monday. This was that Labor Day weekend. The days preceding it, sorry. The days preceding it, 1, 2, 3, were boring, right? That Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, totally boring. And then the days after were even boring, right? But we continued to move down. Then the exciting stuff happened later, right? We go to 2016, whatever the next Memorial Day was. What was that? 2016 was May 27th to the 30th. May 27th to the 30th here. Well, this is May 25th, Wednesday. So let's go to that Friday here, Friday. All right, Memorial weekend was actually big this weekend. We actually did grow. That was a pretty big weekend. But then Sunday, Monday, you didn't really do much. So Saturday was a big day, in all fairness. I mean, your RSI was immaculate, though, too. Like that, I don't know. That's kind of cool. But anyways, going on to the next one. The next one here was in 2017. Let's see. 2017, May. What would that have done us? May 2017, May 26th through the 29th. Okay, so May 26th through the 29th. Would have been right here. Okay, so that's wait, what? Why did I say 26th through? Okay, 26th through the 29th. I got you. That's the Memorial Day weekend. Oh, okay, gotcha. 26th through the 29th was Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we didn't really do much, right? It was kind of a neutral. You actually closed on Friday the same place that you closed on Monday. So it was kind of a neutral. Yes, you went down, but it was a big old nothing of a weekend at the end of the day whenever it came down to it. So that's 2 nothings versus 1 something, right? Does that make sense? Memorial Day here was in 2018, 25th through the 28th. 25th through the 28th. Right here. Looks like a big old nothing burger as well, right? 28th, I guess you moved down a little bit, but then you recovered. It was pretty boring around here, right? That's 3 boring Memorial Day weekends to 1 somewhat exciting one. 2019, I believe, right? 24th to 27th. May 24th over here to the 27th. Friday, Saturday was boring, but Sunday was big. Okay, so Sunday did move up. Inevitably, it was kind of a boring period overall, but we did grow. So that's what, 3 boring ones to 2 exciting ones. Let's go to the next one. 2020, the 22nd to the 25th. 22nd was right over here. So boring, right? 22nd, 23rd, 24th, all of it 25th. Even that was 5% to the downside, but even that's pretty boring, honestly. But a little bit more exciting. We'll go with, because it's greater than 5% of a move down overall since you closed on Friday, we'll go ahead and actually no, it's lesser than a move. It's lesser than 5%, right? From your close on Friday to where you closed on that Monday, which would have been Memorial Day weekend. That's only 3. That's actually a nothing as well. That's a big old nothing. You move down a little bit, but then you move back up. So that's 4 nothings to 2 somethings. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry. We'll make sense out of it. 2021, 28th to 31st. 28th to 31st. So here, nothing, right? 28th Friday was a something day, but then the weekend itself, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you kind of came up a little bit, but still not anything too significant from where you closed on Friday. So another nothing. So that's 5 nothings to 2 somethings. 5 weekends where Memorial Day did nothing to where it did. May 28th. Are we in 2021 now? 2022. We're in 2022. May 27th through the 30th. So 27th here through the 30th. Actually kind of exciting. There we go. Okay, so what is that? 5. That's 5 to 3 now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm losing track here. All these dates and stuff, it's messed with me. 5 to 3 going through this 26th to 29th. 26th through the 29th. Kind of exciting, honestly, but I'm going to stick with boring on that one as well. It's going to be 6 to 3 after this because on the 29th where you closed on that Monday, it wasn't even 4% to the upside. So that's pretty boring. So that's 6 borings to 3 somewhat engaging ones. And then 2024 was the last one that we had, right? 2024 all the way over here. 2024 would have been May 24th through the 27th. And May 24th through the 27th was here, right? Boring. So that's 7 boring Memorial Days to 3 that were exciting. To be fair, this could be an exciting Memorial Day. Oftentimes those exciting ones happen after you get 2 boring ones in a row. We've had 2 boring ones in a row, so it's very possible. It's very, very possible this could be an exciting one. But I'm not with the sheer statistic of a Memorial Day being kind of boring more often than it is exciting. I might stick with the idea that it's exciting. And in all fairness, though, let's just see. Hold on. Actually, let's put these lines back on here. Right, because this one was boring, and then that one was exciting. That's what it was. The bear market was exciting. And then this one was boring, and then that one was exciting. And that was not in a bear market, but that was, okay, interesting. Just seeing if that makes a difference, bear market or bull market. I guess not, maybe not. But anyways, let's get to some standard TA now that we've done the boring stuff, and we'll just wrap this video up, okay? So essentially, we're expecting nothing over the weekend. Right, nothing over the next few days. If we do get any excitement today, Saturday seems to be the day where that excitement tends to come in. If not Saturday, then maybe the next couple of days, but I would assume that we just kind of move sideways. We closed here on Friday, so the expectation would be that we're neither 5% to the upside, probably even 4% to the upside, nor 4% to the downside whenever it comes to Monday's close. So by Monday, which is the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 26th. We should be closing somewhere between 111,000 and 102.8 thousand. Somewhere in this range here. Because again, where Friday closed, we normally don't close up more than 4%. We normally don't close down more than 4%. So this is our range to play with, something like this. And it seems like we could do a lot in this. This could be a rather exciting weekend, but it's not like we're going to bounce between this range. It's like we could move sideways. Maybe we slowly bleed to the upside. Maybe we slowly bleed to the downside. Even though it's a big range, we're not going to play with it too much, right? It wouldn't surprise me at all if we just did something like this and then we close here, or we close somewhere a little bit lower, or somewhere right exactly where we are now, something like that, or even below this. If we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to get rid of the drawings. There we go. If we look at the 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour RSI is all the way in the oversold area, okay? If we look at this, let's just see, the last time that we were oversold was all the way over here. When we were oversold, that was a relative low here. I would assume it's the same thing here. With that in mind, we're oversold, but we also do have a higher low right here. Higher low with a lower low in the price. That lower low in the price, higher low in the RSI, that is hidden, that's just regular classic bullish divergence. Not only that, but as you're moving down, as you're progressing lower, volume's dying off. So I really would expect that we snap back this weekend. Yeah, I would expect that today, Saturday, is going to be a good day, but I'm not expecting anything too crazy. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a great day. I hope we move up 11%. That'd be great. I mean, if we were to move up over the weekend, give it to me on Memorial Day, man. Let's go. But I'm not expecting anything big. 1 hour time frame is saying that we move up, but that doesn't mean that we have to see new all-time highs over the next 10 hours or anything like that. But the 1 hour looks good. I doubt we move lower immediately. My expectation would be, even if we were to go below this low, we would at least interact with something around 110K, if not like 110.5K, somewhere where this resistance was or prior support was. We'd find resistance somewhere in this area and then work our way down if we were to work our way down, something like that. So Saturday's looking like it's going to be a good day. That's what I'm deriving from the 1 hour. 4 hour time frame would agree with that as well. Just right off the bat, looking at this RSI, you can see it is bullish as hell. Super bullish, right? Anytime that you're below the 50, tell me, how long are you below the 50 versus how long are you above it? It's just a matter of, like, dude, we're going to be right back up. We're going to be right back up there above the 50. Are we getting overbought and getting oversold and not getting oversold? Yes, we're not getting oversold. Even when we get oversold, it's weak. We actually get pronounced readings in the overbought zone, right? Even going back further than that. Maybe not going back further than that. But, that was April 7th. That was the low itself. So we've been pretty damn bullish overall. Here you've got a lower low relative to your RSI, even a lower low there. Let's just see what you're doing relative to the price action here. From that low specifically, you have a higher low. And then from that low, you have a higher low too. So this is hidden bullish divergence. It's not saying that this has to be the low, right? The 1 hour and the 4 hour aren't saying that this is the low, but it is saying if you want to go lower, you're probably going to need a break first. So Saturday is looking like it's going to be a green day, which just reinforces the idea, like, even if we were to go lower, if Saturday's a good day and then Sunday's a bad day, what? It's going to be a neutral. We're not moving anywhere by the end of this weekend, right? By this 3-day weekend. I'm not expecting too much. 4 hour RSI looks productive. And if anything, it would actually make more sense that we find support here and that we move higher. I want to look at this low real quick. Low to high. This is a perfect area to find support, honestly. Tell you what, if we can close today above $109.2 thousand, we actually might be moving up over the weekend. Maybe. If we can close today above 109.2K and tomorrow, I would say 2 days in a row. If we can close 2 days in a row above that, oops, did I get rid of it? Above that red line, then yeah, I think that's the low and we're moving up higher. We're going to have a bullish weekend. But if not, I doubt we do. It wouldn't surprise me if today, Saturday, closed above there, and then Sunday we came down and we closed below, something like that. Or maybe we're just neutral. It doesn't have to be like this extreme volatile thing. I don't know. We'll see what it is. I'm more expecting a boring kind of low caliber weekend. At the end of the day, on Monday, we're going to be less than 4% in either direction from where we are right now currently. That's what I'm expecting. And if I'm wrong, that's outside of the normalities. Normalities are not guarantees. They're just normalities. And that's what we play off of here in the world of technical analysis. Speaking of things that look good, though, hidden bullish divergence, lower low here in the RSI, higher low in the price, right? That's like your highest low in Bitcoin's history. You're finding support now at prior all-time highs. Yeah, this is a good, on a daily time frame, I would think you want to move up. Think about it this way. Out of this whole area that you've been overbought in the RSI, this is like some of the lowest readings that you've had. The last time that you were this low in the RSI, you were all the way down here at 94K. The last time you were this low in the RSI, you're at 94K. Now you're all the way up here. You've got enough room to run now if you want to run to the upside. And you're doing something now too, where honestly, I think you might even be in a more bullish position because you're not in this like channel where things might have broken out and then gotten bad here. It's more like you're just in this kind of box. You're in this box where you're moving up and down and sideways. Being in these boxes is good, right? I guess actually, see here you're in a channel. You can only go so high in the channel, but whenever you're in the box, let's see. Something like this, I feel like that's generally better stuff, right? Like you're in the channel now, but you broke out of the channel. You're in this like box of a trend with the RSI, and the price here, it reflected pretty well as a result of that. I don't know. I mean, just all I'm trying to say, really, what I'm trying to say by this is going in the overbought zone, getting out of it, and going back into it again is a good thing. And the fact that it seems to me as though we're not necessarily breaking out of an uptrend, we're just kind of trending in this area. That's encouraging too. At least in my opinion. Daily RSI looks good. Lower lows on the RSI, higher lows in the price. Good. Not bad. Good. As long as today closes green, I guess. Weekly RSI. We got 1 day and 23 hours left in the week. Saturday, I'm confident closes green, but what about Sunday? Let's see. I would like it if this week closed here or higher. If we could close this week at $107.5 thousand or higher, that would get us into the overbought zone on the weekly. And we went through and we analyzed all those last night, man. I mean, how often or how much you grow after there. We're expecting something on the lines like a 30 to a 60% pump after being in the overbought zone, and what takes place in like less than 6 weeks, typically speaking, or like anything from like 6 to 10 weeks or something like that is the typicality. I don't know if that's actually even a word, but we'd like it to close in the overbought zone. Okay, so 107.5K or higher will do. If we're lower, it's okay. It's not a problem, but it would just be ideal. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say, so I'm going to end the video there. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Memorial Day weekend is going to be boring for Bitcoin, but I hope you guys have a good time. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're making it a memorable one, and at least just doing something with people that matter to you. You know what I mean? I got nothing else. Take it easy. Bye-bye.